Hey, it's me, C, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, you guys, as you can see, your girl definitely promised that after this eyeshadow look that I would come back and give you guys a highlight and contour little tutorial for beginners. Now, I have a round face, so this is just something that works for me and my facial structure. So if you have a round face as well, then this could be something good for you. 5 head, round face. That's you, girl. I got you. So now you can use whatever products you like. I'm just going to share with you guys the stuff that I like to use. Now, this AJ Crimson Artist Kit is good for highlight and contouring, but today I'm just using it for a contour. It's good for highlight, contour, foundation. It's like, honestly, the ultimate like cream product that I like. So I actually need to re-up because look how empty that pan is. Do you see that? Empty. I have to order like 2 more. This one and then like a lighter one, you know, for like clients and things like that. So I like to use this foundation brush to contour, and I like to start off with my forehead. So I'm gonna just kind of like dab the product in the areas where I want it to go. And obviously I already have my foundation on because this is just like a basic highlight and contour. This isn't like a super pro highlight and contour, because sometimes if I want my makeup way more snatched, then I will highlight and contour and then dab foundation. But yeah, maybe I'll do a tutorial like that as well. But because I have so much going on with the eyes today, I don't really want to do that. So you want to put the contour on the temples and around your forehead. For now, you just want to place it there. And for those of you who don't know, contour is supposed to just add the shadows of your face, whereas highlighting is where the light is supposed to hit on your face, especially for photo shoots and picture purposes, or just, you know, if you're going to be out at night, want to be glam, whatever. There's different ways to highlight and contour depending on the situation. So like I said, this is just the basics. Now that I have my forehead and my temples, the product placed where I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and put the product right here for my cheekbones. Like I said, I have a round face, so this kind of allows me to kind of carve out my face a little bit more and add some definition. And pretty much you want it to connect like this. See, connect. Cool. So while that's sitting for a second, I'm going to do my jawline. I have a round face, so I want that to be a little bit more chiseled. So you just take the product and just work it in. And you want to really go from like this point of your ear right here down. And depending on how you like your jawbone to be structured, you can take it and just kind of blend it up. This is something that I know Kim Kardashian's makeup artist does. He does like the whole 3 thing, but with my face structure, that's not really necessary. I kind of just like to hit here, 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 and then down here. I don't typically connect it, you know what I mean? And then same here. And this cream product is super easy to blend. And as you can see, you know, the contour is creating the shadow effect. So it's getting rid of that extra little neck. You know, I did gain a little bit of weight, and when I gain weight, it always goes to my face. So contouring is definitely my friend. And like I said, drag from behind the ear right here, all the way down, and connect. Okay, and then I want to come back up here and just kind of blend out that contour up here. We don't do harsh lines, none of that. And honestly, it's fine to like pull that contour into your hairline if you don't mind. You know, if you're, let's say, have a frontal or wig or anything like that, you can make sure you have your hair scarf on so that the makeup doesn't get too much in your hairline, but realistically, it's going to happen. So it is what it is. If you want a nice seamless blend, that is going to happen. So that is how I contour my face. Now, we could contour our nose, but I like to powder contour my nose. I don't like to cream contour because then sometimes it becomes too much. And with the look we're going for today, we don't really need all that. As you guys can see, I have these designer bags going on, but that's okay. So for highlight today, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place concealers, Make Me Magic concealers in the shade 9 and 10, and then the Makeup Revolution in the shade 12. So first I'm going to use my darker contour shade, which is closer to my foundation or my skin complexion, and just put it on the outer parts of my eye here. And because of my face shape, I like my highlight to go up this way. I know it kind of seems a little draggy, but like that's how I like my concealer to go, to add a little bit of definition and everything to my face. I'm going to use this same one to do my forehead. Then I'm going to do my nose, but I'm going to stop right here. And then do a little one right here. Then this same one is going to go here and then here. Then with the next concealer, I am going to, this is number 10, it's lighter than this one. I'm going to put that here. And now with concealer, I like to bring it up on my nose here. That's gonna help with the powder contour, since I'm not using the concealer to contour my nose. And if you want, you can even bring it down like this. But sometimes I do this part with powder. Add it to the outer parts of my mouth. So personally, I like my concealer to dry down a bit and just, you know, hold right there. But if you are in a rush, you can use a little fan like I have here, depending on your skin type too. I have oily skin, so I can take a little bit more powder than dry skin. I can take a little bit more of a dry product overall. So I like for it to set a little bit before I start blending it out. And you guys know what's so funny? Now that I'm accepting clients and everything, well, accepting them more often, I noticed that I don't do my makeup how I do clients' makeup. I don't know, or my clients' makeup. It's really funny. Okay, so now that you've let that kind of dry down a little bit, I like to start my forehead, and I am using, what is this called, a precision foundation brush. And I kind of like to just tap and blend that in. Okay, so after that's blended out, I like to move on to the mouth using that same brush. Then I like to move over here, bring that down. So what that is doing is kind of sharpening that contour, but also adding a nice seamless blend with everything else we have going on. Okay, so now that all that is blended out, I want to move on to the under eye, and I like to kind of just blend it out this way and then move it up, so down and then up. I'm not getting too close to under my eye because I like to use a beauty blender or a sponge for that. I hope this is making sense. I like to use this beauty blender or sponge from e.l.f. It's really like a contour and highlight sponge, really for under your eye. So I'm gonna start with it on my nose and just bring it down, then pull it up and kind of just clean up and make sure that our contour and highlight is blended on our forehead so that our nose is blended. We want to take it and use it right here under our eye and on our nose. And honestly, I like to look up to make sure I'm getting deep in there. You could also use a really small brush to do this if you would like. It's really up to you, and you really just want to work to blend it out. Okay, so next, after all of that is blended out and we're looking good, I like to set my face using a sponge. Now, you can just use a brush and set your face, but I like to kind of bake my under eyes just a little bit, not too much. So we are going to use the other side of that sponge. See, this is the blended out concealer side, and this is the other side. And I'm using the Beauty Bakery's flower, what is this called? Flower setting powder, and this is in the color Oats. It's just a translucent. Laura Mercier is like my fave, but I don't have any of that. So I'm just gonna take that and really start with it on the sides of my nose. And if you're one of those people who haven't really had a chance to kind of like get acquainted with sponges and have that much control, those old school like beauty sponges work really well for getting into this area. And then you want to do your nose. Nose doesn't need that much. I just like to do this because when I go to use the powder to contour my nose, it just makes it a little bit easier for me. And a little bit on the forehead, but not too much. Next, I like to use my AJ Crimson loose powder, and then this is in the shade Bamboo. I like to take some of that and put it over here. This is more of a brightening powder. So anywhere you want to be a little bit brighter as far as your makeup goes, that's where you want to put this. I know it's a lot of steps, but then I like to use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter loose powder, and this is in the shade Hazelnut. Hazelnut is going to go right here. And I do that because I don't want this area where I highlighted to be as bright as my under eye, so I use a darker loose powder just to make sure the definition is still there. Okay, so while that is setting, I like to use my contour palette or any bronzer. This is the Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar Face Palette, and it has a blush that we will be using today and a bronzer like for contour. And I like to use a large angle brush, tap a little bit of that powder on there, and just go everywhere we put our contour, our cream contour. A lot of times when we set our face, some of our contour kind of leaves because of the powder, and that's not something we want. So you just want to bring that depth back, bring that shadow back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Now it's time to contour our nose, and I'm going to use that same palette and this brush right here. I forget what this is called, but you want to use that to contour your nose. And personally, I like to just do this area right here. I don't like to bring it all the way down. And same to this side. And then you can bring it up to your brows. Next, we're going to do a little bit of blush brush, or whatever brush you use for blush. And you want to smile, cheese, and bring the blush from the top of your cheekbones and kind of fluff it, flick it back. And this will also help with the transition of your contour and highlight and all that stuff. Some people like to put a little bit of it on the tip of their nose. You can do that. Some people like to put it on their temples. You can do that. Whatever you want to do. Okay, now we're done setting, baking, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to get my MAC Skin, what is this called? Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. And this is in the shade Deepest Dark. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap in here and just start cleaning off the excess powder. Okay, so now that all that powder is off, I like to set my face with the Scandinavian, the makeup finishing spray. It's a little mist. You can use whatever you want though. And I'm just going to... One little trick that I like to do is once I set my face, use a beauty blender and kind of just dab that setting spray into my face. And voila, that is how we contour and highlight and set. I'm gonna go do my lips and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Well, y'all, that is how I do my little highlight and contour. You know, comment down below and let me know what you guys think about it. I thought it was really, really easy, super beginner friendly. And yeah, that's just how I do what I do. If you have any tips or tricks for me, go ahead and comment them down below. All knowledge is good knowledge and we can bounce off each other. If you haven't gotten the details on this eyeshadow look, make sure you watch that video right after this one because baby, this was something very different and very cool and very, I don't know, it's just, I like it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your little homegirls, your aunties, your grandmas, your mamas, your baby mamas, whoever, all, you know, anybody who's into makeup or you think they need to be into makeup, go ahead and share this video. I hope it was easy. I hope it was simple, super beginner friendly. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll see you in the next video.